Hi everybody, thanks for checking out this video. Bad timing, real bad timing. I'm sitting here in the dark, sweating my you-know-what off. Just got through the Memorial Day weekend, didn't have the time to do this. I'd like to do these recordings over the weekend, but I just couldn't squeeze in a moment to do it. So wish I had, because I wouldn't be sitting here in complete darkness trying to do a night video and hoping that it'll turn out okay. So bear with me. But I don't know what the problem is. You know, I came home and it didn't feel really all that warm at the time, so I don't think the power had been off for very long. I don't know why the power's off. I thought, oh my God, did I not pay my bill? And then I did a little investigating, found out that one side of the building is fine. My side of the building is in complete darkness. And so they're telling me, well, you know, check with your HOA. It might be their fault. I'm like, I'm in the middle here. Just please get someone out here. So OUC, Orlando Utilities Commission, is here at the moment, and who knows, hopefully they'll say, let there be light, and we'll be able to finish this video with a little bit of light. But yeah, I wish I would have had time to do this over the weekend. I mean, it wasn't really an eventful weekend. I just visited my mom, but I spent 2 nights there, so it didn't leave me much left over time to do a lot of other things. And, you know, a lot of times I'll complain to my friends that I feel I have no life, there's nothing to do, and yet somehow I don't have enough time to do anything. You know, so I don't know, maybe I'm just trying to find a way to keep busy. And I was thinking one way that I used to do that is, well, ever since I moved to Orlando, there's been something to keep my mind occupied and busy. First thing that happened was I got accepted at FAMU when I went there for law school. And after that ended, I started going to the gym. And I went to Planet Fitness for 3 years. They had a plan that was $99 if you pay for the entire year, which is a great deal. It comes out to like $8 a month. Only thing with Planet Fitness was, you know, I couldn't bring friends. I couldn't go to any other gyms. I could only go to the gym that I had signed up at. And it doesn't have pools or classes or sauna or jacuzzi or any of that. But, you know, after 3 years, I want a little bit more of the bells and whistles. And if you agree with that, then you'll want to check out LA Fitness. I did that for 3 years. And I did the same thing. I just prepaid the entire year. And I paid $250. So for $250, I was able to go to any gym. And I had the classes and the jacuzzi and the pool, but I didn't end up using any of it. So it was wasted money. I did that for another 3 years. But I used to do that weekends, Saturday and Sunday, and I would do it 3 nights a week. And, you know, I didn't realize it until I moved, and I moved to where I'm living now. I moved here, it'll be 3 years ago in the summer, and my membership expired that first summer, and I decided not to renew. And then it just freed up a lot of time. I was just like, well, what am I going to do with all this free time? And here I am again with, you know, feeling that I don't have enough time to do things, and yet I'm not in school anymore, and I'm not going to the gym anymore. But I do want to talk a little bit more about the gym and health and wellness in general, which is something I know nothing about, but I'm going to talk to you about it anyway. You know, I think I've talked to you about dieting in the past. You know, I'm a person that started going to the gym because I figured I didn't have a very good law school experience, and I didn't do, my grades weren't really good. And I thought, well, if I can't really work on my brain, let me work on my body. And it wasn't until, you know, I reached a point where I had plateaued and I wasn't seeing results. And that's part of the reason why I stopped going. And then after I stopped going, I got kind of flabby. So there is a benefit in going, although I don't believe that if weight loss loss is your goal, that you're going to lose all this weight by going to the gym. And I've seen it firsthand because there was someone that was going to the gym and he was obese. And I mean, I gave him credit for trying. I thought it was great that he was there and he kept going and he would get on the treadmill. He couldn't run, but he would walk. And he kept coming several nights a week. And he did it for better than a year. I mean, he wouldn't give up, but he also wouldn't lose weight. So really, when you're very heavy, in my common sense tells me that you really need to find a way to lose weight before you go to the gym, because you're just not going to have the energy. And I know that I personally would do some cardio. I would use the elliptical 3 nights a week and 2 nights a week. I would run on the treadmill. Maybe it was the opposite, I'm not sure. It's been so long, but I would do 23 minutes on the elliptical. Don't ask me why it was 23 minutes, but that's what I would do. And I would do 15 minutes on the treadmill. And I started out walking at 5 miles per hour. And I remember when I first started going to the gym, I thought I was going to die. I think my blood level, my blood sugar dropped dramatically, and I thought I was going to faint. It was really bad. So I started on the treadmill, and well, that experience with the blood sugar level was on the bike, which I would always do like a 6 or 7 minute warm up on the bikes before I got started. Couldn't even get through that when I first got started. But eventually over time, I could do that. I could do some weight training. And then I also worked in cardio. And I would do 15 minutes on the treadmill, and I started out walking 5 miles an hour. And then every month I would increment it by 1/10 of a mile per hour. And I got up to finally like 6.5, 6, 7, maybe. I couldn't sustain it for very long. I think I tried. I think I might have been able to do 6, 7, 6, 8. I'm almost certain I couldn't do it. And I had to go back to like 6, 6, 6, 6.5. And that was good. But towards the end there, after 6 years of doing this, I found that it was a struggle to even do that much. And, it's just, I think, a consequence of getting older. But I really didn't want to scale back on my routine. I didn't want to take it easier. And it was just too much. But I think diet's important. I think you just got to cut back. We got to cut back on our intake. That's the way to do it. And, I'm really excited about the Impossible Burger because I love pastas. I love potatoes. I love my carbs. But I don't think I can do completely without meat. I was a vegetarian for maybe 6 months, and probably for about 2 years I didn't eat red meat. And it's just really hard to do when you are going out. I mean, the menu is just loaded with meat items. And I just don't see the reason to do it, really. If you are just a person that wants to increase the planet's sustainability, and you think that there's just too much meat eating, there's just too much demand, and in turn there's too many cows, burping and farting up methane. There is a way around that, it seems. For one thing, there's the Impossible Burger that Whopper's going to start. The Burger King's going to start selling. It's going to be called the Impossible Whopper, and they're already selling it in Miami. I'm really looking forward to trying it. And no particular reason. It's not that I want to cut out meat. It's just I want to try it and see if it's really all that good. But for those of you that think that meat is unhealthy and you can replace it with these burgers, these meatless patties, think about it. What goes into these things to make them taste and feel like meat? They got to be really highly processed, and that can't be healthy. So if you're doing it for health reasons, don't. I've always been a firm believer that, natural is always better. I mean, you'll never see bugs crawling on margarine. Why? Because it's like eating plastic. There's no nutritional value in it. I prefer butter to margarine. The real thing. And now the other option will soon be genetically created meat, meat that's grown in the labs. It sounds really gross, it sounds really creepy, but for those of you that want to save the animals, this is really the way to go. You don't have to kill them to grill them, all right? They're just grown in a little petri dish. It sounds really gross, but I'd be willing to try it, and the thought of it is creepy, but I think once you get past that initial shock that it was never a live animal, I think we'll all feel a little bit more comfortable eating it that way, and it will probably be a lot better for the environment. I just don't know. I know that they do need to use like salts and sugars, I think, to grow these meats, and very important to the growth of the meat, they also need proteins. And I was reading up on this today. The proteins is derived from blood serum, and what serum is this? It's like this gold fluid, golden colored fluid. It looks like urine, but it's not. And I remember serum from back in my days of working in a lab myself. We put the blood into, I think they were called centrifuges. I'm not sure what they would call it, but they would spin the blood really fast to separate the red blood cells from the serum. So anyway, the proteins are in this serum, but obviously where do you get blood from? The animals. So until they can find a way to replace the need for serum, I don't know how this lab created meat is going to become reality. Supposedly the serum is extremely, extremely expensive. And I think now they're saying that they have an idea of how to get around the need for protein derived from the serum. So we'll see. It could be in our future. But it just seems really strange. And who knows what the long-term health effects are going to be of experimenting with these really creepy foods. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. This is getting really hot in here. I'm not going to be able to do this much longer. I got to wrap it up because of the intense heat. It was a really hot Memorial Day weekend. I can't even think straight. Usually I have my thoughts somewhat collected, but I apologize that I'm not in better form. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I want to thank you for listening, thank you for watching, and hopefully agreeing with the little that I have said. Thank you and good night.
Thanks for watching. I appreciate your curiosity to hear what I have to say. Whether you agree with it or not, I want you to know I'm always thinking about a variety of issues and sharing them with you. You may not agree with me this time, but next time you will, and vice versa. It is important that you subscribe to my videos because they are the best kept online secret. You may never find them again, and I would like us to remain in touch. That means not only subscribing, but giving a video a thumbs up when you agree and commenting when you don't. I'm also interested in reading and replying to what you think.